What's up, guys? Dirty Diesel here, working on the Subaru, and I'm going to show you how to bleed your system properly. I put on a new power steering pump and a used rack and pinion, and you're going to need to bleed the system in this manner if you want to get all the air out, if you want to have good steering. Basically, fill up. Okay, I guess the main thing is to jack up your car, get the tires off the ground. You could put jack stands under it if you want to. Apparently I didn't care about it. So you're going to fill up the fluid. I mean, you could fill it, well, don't fill it too high or else it'll go over. You know, I don't really care too much about spilling fluid on my car or my driveway, but I'm sure you probably have a nice driveway. So fill it up to hot or cold max, whatever. Turn the wheels a few times. If you have someone to help you, have them watch the reservoir so it doesn't go dry. Turn the wheel a few times, check out the level, keep filling it. Go lock to lock. Sorry, I forgot to do that. And keep filling it, and if it keeps dropping, and you're going to do that about 40 times. Go back and forth. I was doing it right here. I was just pushing the wheel. It's not that hard because then I could watch. I was sitting here pushing the wheel and watching the reservoir go. So you could see the bubbles when you do that, and you're going to see when it stops. But what you're going to do after that is basically you're going to take out the ignition fuse, and once you've turned it lock to lock, I don't know, about, I do it like 80 times. Let it sit for a little while. Let all the air kind of collect, and the bubbles will bubble out, and it'll kind of let the fluid settle down. Take out that ignition and crank the ignition while you're turning lock to lock. That'll get the pump, the air out of the pump, and it'll get fluid into the pump without starting your engine. Because if you start your engine, it's going to get bubbles in it. You're not going to be able to, they say you got to let it set for like 12 hours or something if you do that. So once you do that, do your lock to lock with the ignition off. You're going to get more air bubbles in there, like I got. I don't know if you could see in there, but I got a few bubbles. So then you let it cool off for like, I don't know, an hour or something. Let the bubbles, let the fluid settle again. And then you're going to do it again. You're going to crank the engine again. Turn it over, you know, just a few times. Do it lock to lock. Kind of repeat that process until you see this fluid level stay stable. Once it doesn't keep going down, that means you have the proper amount of fluid in it. And then you could turn it lock to lock as many times as you need until you stop seeing bubbles. Once you stop seeing bubbles and your fluid level is at the proper level, it should work. And if it doesn't work, you have a bad hose. Like this hose was so rock hard and it was barely leaking up here, so I put a new hose on. Or this line here, the O-ring is bad. Or you have a leak on your power steering rack, which you'll have to take a look at and see if you have any active leaks down there. All right, guys, that should take care of it. And Dirty Diesel out.